Hey guys, this is episode 1 of ThatWeirdPodcast. I'm your host, Andre Philippe, and welcome. So the last video I uploaded was just an introduction video, already fucking up, and it was just to give a general basis of my personality and my raw thinking without anything written down. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, you really look like you're reading something. I'm not. I was just looking at the foam that was behind me. And it put me in that state of mind of, okay, I need to pick and choose which stream of consciousness to take so I could talk about whatever. It was weird. I've learned to not do a podcast raw ever again. What I do now is I just write stuff, little things on my phone. Just little headlines so then I can remember what to talk about. So, this podcast will be really interesting. It'll be about a couple things, actually. And the first thing that I have just been dying to talk about is Vladimir Putin. Hey, this man is in a league of his own. And I say this because he was at a dinner with the owner of the Patriots. If I can remember, his name was Robert Kraft. Now, he's the owner of the Patriots, okay? Now, there was a gathering for rich assholes, obviously. And Putin walked by. He walked by Robert Kraft, just being a Russian, doing what he's doing. And he goes, "Oh, I like ring on hand. May I put on?" And the gentleman that Robert Kraft is goes, "Yeah, I don't care. Here, try it on." So Vladimir Putin is putting on this ring, right? And he goes, "Wow, very nice ring. I can kill man with this. It's very nice." Now, Robert Kraft, the gentleman he is, blah, 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 talking about the craftsmanship, what goes into the ring and the diamonds and the worth. Putin is just not acknowledging anything he's saying. He's looking at the ring, claiming that he can kill someone with this ring, and just walks off. He just leaves. And Robert Kraft he tried to get his ring or something, and the Putin has all the bodyguards, so he couldn't get through him. Until this day, he still doesn't have that ring. And he released a statement saying it was a gift to Russia and all that. Yeah. No, it's not. You got alpha'd. He liked your ring, took your ring, said something nice about it, and walked away. Alpha. He saw, he took, he conquered, overcame, and left. What do you... And you can't say no to Putin, especially on his turf? Are you kidding me? I feel like the moment you say the word no to Putin, there's already 27 red dots on you, ready to unleash. This man has probably never heard the word no. Are you kidding me? And people are probably wondering, oh, why would Putin do this? Oh, blah, blah, this and that. It's not him. It's his DNA and his past. I guarantee you that man came from a bloodline of conquerors, kings, warriors, because that type of mentality and thinking is just unreal. It really is unreal. Because how can you... A total stranger, you see something you like that they have on, you put it on, and you walk away. What? I was dying when I heard that. I was dying because it's just I just wish I could be there for that moment. Because, this, whatever he is, 4'2" Russian emperor walks over to the owner of the Patriots and goes, "I like ring. May I put on?" Puts on ring. "I can kill men with this." Walks off like nothing happened. Ridiculous. People like that terrify me. What if he has... does he have kids? I don't even know. Anyways. Oh, speaking of being a savage like that, 50 Cent is unreal. This man deserves a crown for how petty he is. I can't... There's so much drama. There's just so much drama around him. And it's interesting. It's not like boring drama. Like, it's actually really good stuff. Like, there was a man named Randall Emmett that was just taking selfies and stuff like that and sent it to 50. And I guess he owed 50 money for a show, and then 50 posted the picture saying, "Randall, if you don't give me my money, I'm gonna come after you, this and that and this." And then Randall was saying, "Oh, 50, please stop." Oh wait, he didn't even say 50. They were texting, and he types 50. Like, you're already in a shitty situation with 50 Cent, and you're gonna spell his name wrong. And by the way, not in a disrespectful way, the most cute way to spell 50, which is F-O-F-T-Y, Fofty. Oh, Fofty, please don't hurt me. This podcast is so fucking stupid. I really hope you guys are enjoying this, because like, I'm just, honestly, I do this to have a good time, and I just want you guys to be happy and be distracted from whatever you're doing. But yeah. Also, another thing. This is so random. This is just so random. But I know everyone graduated, and like, well, a lot of people are. And people are acting like they've accomplished this great thing, you know. I just want all of you to know that you're all in debt eternally. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just messing around. It's funny how all these people are, because the way I look at it is that, like, you're all celebrating that you're in debt now, you know? I don't know. I have this weird bit on it when I go on stage. I actually talk about it, but I'm sorry, that was just so stupid. But yeah, I hope you're all having a fucking nice day, by the way. I hope you're having a great time with your mother. Because you know what? Before I even talk about anything else, you know what that woman has done for you? You know, I know way too many people who disrespect their mom, curse their mom out, say the most disgusting shit. And keep in mind, I don't even associate myself with these people. I just know them, and I've cut them off because of this. Like, if I find out you treat your parents like shit, I'm going to treat you like shit, to the point where you'll realize that something is up. You won't figure it out because you'll never talk about your parents, and I'll just start drifting away from you because it's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting the way some people treat their parents. Now, your mother has carried you for months, nourishing you, talking about you, just giving you a plethora of good energy, you know? And you have the audacity to call her, you know, the C word, like F you, this and that and this. You deserve to die. You actually deserve to die. I think when you start yelling back at your parents with full wrath and like determination to make them feel shitty, and I don't mean like yelling about like, I wanted the car that I wanted. I mean like cursing, making them feel super shitty, knowing, you know, they're your parents, so you know what hurts them, and like knowing that you're hurting them and all this, and you're continuing and going, and you're seeing that it's making them feel worse, but you keep going. I think that there should be some entity out there that should just stop letting you breathe. You should just, you know, because that's just, you don't deserve to be alive if you treat your parents like that. That's fucking disgusting. They brought you in here and you're going to try and do this to them? It's gross. Anyways, yeah, I just have a big problem with brats. But anyways, let's see what else we could fucking ramble about. Oh my god, you know what's great? Now, not to tarnish his name or anything. Now Dane Cook, the stand-up comedian, he's always been huge, always been massive. You know, he'd sell out stadiums, which is very, very rare for stand-up comedians to do, because mostly make our money in like clubs or comedy houses, lounges, shops, you know, like small gigs. But, you know, when you're doing arenas and theaters and fucking Madison Square Garden, where you're in the middle of like 50,000 people, and there's just giant TV screens just showing every angle of your fucking body, that is the fucking top of the pyramid when it comes to stand-up comedy. Okay? Now that I talked about this legend like that, he did fall off for a little bit. Now, no one really knew why. People were saying he lost all his money, this and that and this, but check this out. When Dane Cook was at the peak of his career, he couldn't do everything on his own. You know, he was a lone wolf. He managed all of his accounts. He had no manager, nothing. So he hired his brother. And, you know, that's your brother. That's essentially you with the slightest tincture of DNA, just morphed a little differently, you know? Because that it's the same person. If you have a brother, you're the same fucking person, you know? And I think they were twins, too. And, you know, when you love someone like that, you don't think twice when they're managing you, looking at your accounts, stuff like that. And, you know, if especially me, now I'm an only child. If I had a brother, and I became successful, I would let him manage all my stuff so we can come up together and be happy. But, so yeah, his brother is now managing him, and Dane is at the peak of his career. So now he relaxes, you know, he's hanging out with his wife, this and that. Years go by, and it's unbelievable. And you can hear this, you could hear him talk about it on a podcast called Your Mom's House Podcast with Tom Segura and his wife, Christina. I forgot her last name. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm saying sorry as if they're going to hear this. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so Dane Cook talks about his brother betraying him, and after 10 years, he finally realized that his brother was taking all the money from his accounts, lying to people, saying that Dane will do this for this amount of money. He would take the money, then he wouldn't do it. He'd cancel or something like that, and then people would just end up being mad at Dane, and Dane wouldn't understand what's going on because of, you know, the doings of his brother. And it took him 10 years to realize. And it was funny. He said he just woke up and realized. And I think it was something like weird and magical that helped him find out, because 10 years of someone who essentially has the same heart and brain as you lying about money and your success and your career, that's a new type of betrayal. I would kill him. I would actually kill him. If I had a brother that did that, you're getting sacrificed to the gods. Because what? You're gonna lie to me for 10 years and take my millions of dollars that I've earned? You're not going to jail. You're dying by my hands. I don't know, maybe I'm being brutal. Maybe I don't have a brother, so I don't understand the brotherly love, but I don't know. I could never. Wow. The patience on Dane Cook is honestly unreal. And the reason why it took 10 years was because his brother would give him like false statements, like false bank statements or whatever. And the reason why he found out was because he finally wanted to move. You know, and when you move and when you deal with when you deal with being a resident somewhere else, it's just like you have to go through all this documentation And, like, you have to notify your bank and this and that and this. I don't know how it works when you're moving millions. I'm a thousandaire. I don't even, like, what? Millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. Get the fuck out of here. I'm messing around, but. Yeah, so I guess, Dane decided to move, and then the bank was like, yeah, you have nothing in your accounts, don't know what you're trying to do, and then he connected it to his brother and all this nonsense. And basically, it was just a massive void of betrayal. That is insane to me. Because, I'll hear about so many crazy things, but a brother betraying you for 10 years, that is just insane. Well, sorry to end off so fucking sad. God. What else are we gonna fucking talk about? Oh my God. Coachella. Yo, like, you're gross. If you went to Coachella, you probably have something. You actually probably have something. Now, there's this, you can Google it. There's this, like, special website that you can send photos of your lips, your vagina, your testicles. Like, you could send them your asshole. You could send them anything that has, like blemishes, warts, discharge. Basically, if you don't want to go to the doctor and you have something and you have a phone, you could send a picture to these people and they'll help you out, diagnose you, tell you what you have and everything. Now, they get around 20 to 40 pictures a day. Okay? Now, while Coachella was going on, check this out. 500 they were saying at least 500 to 2,000 photos per day, if I'm correct. That is ridiculous. Are you fucking serious? That means from Monday to Friday, they had to judge 10,000 photos with STDs. Like, what? That is fucking disgusting. You know what I say when I meet girls now? You know what I honestly fucking say? Well, not now, but, like, recently, like last week, and I was talking to this girl before, just, like, seeing what's up with her, and I was asking, now I ask, I always go, have you been to Coachella? And if they tell me yeah, I'm out, baby. You know what I say after that? Hey, I have to go to the bathroom, and I don't come back. That's disgusting. What are people doing? Just making out on contact? Freaks me out. It's gross. That is so disgusting. Although I hear Coachella is really fun. Even though I heard that this year people literally went to take pictures and people weren't enjoying anything, which, says a lot about our generation. I call our generation the age of embarrassment. Well, embarrassment and no shame. Because it's embarrassing to the eyes of others, but they don't think that they're doing anything wrong, which is unbelievable. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my God. Okay, since we're on a roll of just bad shit, I'll talk about all the bad shit first and the good shit. Now, this is to all my gamers out there. I know I'm not the only one. That thinks the Sonic movie doesn't look that bad. Hey guys, stop being so fucking selfish. They're doing their best out there. First of all, before I even get into that, whenever you recreate a video game, an anime, or anything that is computer, like, generated into live action, it usually never turns out well. It's very rare for something to do good like that. Like turning SpongeBob into live action, or just, anime or video games. Just like, people's outrage on the Sonic movie was pure selfishness. Do you understand how hard it is to code? There are keyboard warriors, probably like 350-pound men sweating with Cheeto fingers going, "This doesn't look like Sonic." Yeah, because it can't. It literally cannot. It can only look so close. Now, the internet won, and now they're changing the look of Sonic, which I understand, and that's cool because they didn't ruin him, but they made him look too humanish. Like, they gave him two separate eyes when everyone knows that Sonic's eyes are, like, connected, And I'm probably losing a couple people talking about this, but listen, you really have to understand the art and craft and determination and the passion that goes into computer generation, that goes into computer coding and making, what wasn't in reality into a real thing. And people are just expecting too much, and they're doing their best. And I think that movie's going to be pretty good, mostly because Jim Carrey is one of the greatest actors of all time. And he's going to play Dr. Eggman, which is the villain in the show. I saw so many funny memes saying like, oh, at the end of each movie set, Jim Carrey's back is fucking broken from carrying the movie. That's so funny. But yeah, people need to stop fucking complaining and start thanking that we have people who are passionate enough about these things to make them live action, because it's fucking hard. If you look into it, it's really fucking difficult to do this shit. You know what? All these people complaining about it, you make the fucking Sonic movie. You make it. Like, what the fuck? If you're complaining this bad, go out, buy something, make a Sonic movie. Do it. Because that is how the people creating this shit are taking this as. Because it's like, you're just complaining and demanding. So, okay, if I was the one making the Sonic movie, I would be like, go buy equipment, make a Sonic movie, and do it now. Because that's how these haters are reacting. It's ridiculous. It's sad. And these are the same people that have never seen a goddamn day of sunlight either. Okay. What else are we gonna fucking complain about? Oh, okay. No more bad shit. This is actually something really interesting that I have been dying to talk about. So there's a brilliant man named Graham Hancock, and he has been exploring and studying the Amazon rainforest. Now, a lot of people in this world believe that we've explored all of land, and right now our journey is figuring out what's in our ocean and in space. Well, you're wrong. We haven't even explored a fourth of the Amazon rainforest, okay? Now, the Amazon rainforest is the size of India. The size of India. So it's like we've explored everything and ignored India. We were just like, you know what? Fuck this. There can't be anything here. There's nothing here. Nothing. And as far as history goes back, archaeologists believe that the Mesopotamians were the oldest civilization. Wrong. They weren't. I forgot the name of the Amazonian tribe, but with the destruction and tearing down and chaos of the rainforest, there was a little bit of good to it, and I believe they should stop, and we should continue using a different method of technology to find out what I'm about to explain to you. But we have recently discovered, well, not we, a very small pocket of scientists and archaeologists have discovered that there was an ancient civilization living inside the rainforest, way before civilizations that we believe were the oldest to date. Now, the reason why this is true is because with the tearing down of the rainforest, we have found ancient cities inside the rainforest that, now this sounds unbelievable, but it's true. There was a population of over 20 million people in the Amazon at one point. Now, some of you geeks and nerds are going, well, Andre, you couldn't live in the rainforest. It was inhabitable for resources such as blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Check this shit out. This ancient civilization created a soil that was based around something called biochar. Now, what this soil does is it can bring almost any infertile soil to life. It's almost like a magical soil. And it's being hunted down by everyone in the Amazon right now. And it's based off these ancient microbes, these little tiny microscopic pebbles of mystical energy, I guess you could say. And it would just revive things. Because the soil in the Amazon rainforest is inhabitable for plants and stuff like that. So these people literally made a magic soil to help grow whatever the fuck they wanted. And keep in mind, there were multiple cities. He was also explaining that these cities had populations in the millions, and they were the size of like France and stuff like that. And it's just wild how we just skipped over this throughout life. We just believed that no one can live in there, that it was just a vast land of vegetation and tropical madness. But it's not. It's actually a beautiful man-made garden. And the reason why I say that is because this tribe would focus on certain species of trees and fruits, and they would cultivate them. These trees, like the ice cream tree or the Brazilian nut tree, are called hyper-dominant species in the Amazon rainforest. And the reason why they became hyper-dominant species is because these cultures and groups and tribes would find out what were the best ways of growing nutrition and finding ways to live, such as like fruit and food. And they found these species of trees, and they hyper cultivated to make them hyper dominant throughout the Amazon rainforest. They found these trees, they focused on them, they studied them, they learned everything about them, and they grew them around the rainforest. That's why that's why scientists call it nowadays, the rainforest, as the man-made garden. And I find that beautiful. And the history behind this, as to why people thought that the Amazon rainforest was inhabitable for people and vegetation, was that in the 1500s, there was a Spanish explorer called Francisco something, and he went into the Amazon rainforest from never eat soggy waffles. Holy shit, I'm so bad with that. He went from west to east. He traveled the entire rainforest. And when he came back, he said he saw all this massive technology. He saw millions of people. He saw innovation, technology, and just pure divine celestial energy everywhere. And he eventually passed away, and a group of Spanish explorers went, and they found nothing. So they believed that he was a liar, a fraud, a myth maker, just for riches and fame. However, they were wrong, and we found them recently. And the reason why there's not a single one left is because these Spanish explorers had smallpox. And what this did was, it infected everybody, and it killed everyone off. It's very sad and a very beautiful thing. And I think we can learn a lot from this if we pay more attention to it. I really would like you guys to look up Graham Hancock and listen to his lectures, his speeches. He's a very interesting man, and he has a lot to say that people really... Yeah, sorry, for some odd reason my camera just got cut off, but what I was trying to say is that this man has a lot to say and people really need to listen, because I think that if we draw more attention to this, maybe we can stop, the destruction of the Amazon rainforest and look more into finding out what the Amazon rainforest actually is. It's sad because there's only so much of this biochar, this special soil that revives any type of dirt or whatever to grow anything. There's only so much of it, and they're taking down so much of the rainforest to grow, these soya bean farms, all these weird things, and it's silly, it's stupid, because eventually these farms won't work out because the soil there is just not fertile. There was only so much. And I think that if we maybe try and push this, we can stop taking down the Amazon rainforest and we could focus more on LiDAR technology. Now, what LiDAR technology is that it's these special laser beams that shoot into the Amazon rainforest to figure out what's under the trees, under all the vegetation, without taking anything down. So I think it would be better, and it doesn't hurt the animals, doesn't hurt the crops, nothing. It's like these invisible lasers that get shot down from a helicopter, and you could see everything under it. Like for example, Guatemala. That is where the Mayan temples are. The Mayans go way back, they're actually the reason why we thought we were going to die in 2012, because their calendar was ending. Hence all the crazy movies and stuff like that. We used LiDAR technology around the Mayan temples, and we found out that there were over 20,000 geological buildings and temples and just all these geometric patterns and puzzles and stuff that we just had no idea about. We just had no idea. We found the temples, we thought we knew what we knew, and we just said, here it is, enjoy it, study it. No, we found so much more with LiDAR technology that it's scary how much we don't know. And yeah, that's honestly it. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this podcast. Again, I'm your host, Andre Philippe. This is episode 1 of That Weird Podcast. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. Stay tuned for episode 2.
I saw you, I knew all the time.